Hi, my name is Beth. A little while back, my family and I went glamping in a covered wagon on a weekend getaway to Yosemite National Park, and we thought that you might like to tag along. Our journey began in LA, where we were living at the time, so we drove 5.5 hours north to Groveland, a peaceful hilltop community, next to the Stanislaus National Forest, famous for being one of the gateways to Yosemite. It's a California gold rush town known for a 100-plus-year-old bar, the longest to operate in the state, the Iron Door Saloon. Aw, how cute. Just on the outskirts of town, we pulled into Yosemite Pines, where we had reservations to experience glamping, or glamorous camping, in our own covered wagon called a Conestoga, known for its size. I know it looks a bit rustic, but it came complete with a glass-covered wagon wheel table, king-size bed, twin-size bunk beds, heating and air conditioning, microwave, mini fridge, and you could sit in the driver's seat. They even offered Wi-Fi, but we decided to rough it this weekend. Though these partially circled wagons aren't meant to move, our Volvo, with the power of 250 horses, could have pulled one. I mean, if it had to. After dinner and a game of nerds, things started to wind down. So we all climbed into our beds and enjoyed a surprisingly refreshing night's sleep for a camping trip. Early the next morning, we made the 30-minute drive east to the Big Oak Flat entrance of Yosemite National Park, established in 1890, and the U.S.'s third national park, after Sequoia that same year, and Yellowstone back in 1872. Yosemite comes from the word Yosemite that the Miwoks used for tribes they were afraid of who lived here. It means they are killers. Yikes. Exiting this tunnel after driving into the park on Big Oak Flat Road, it was breathtaking to see the Merced River cutting through Yosemite Valley. The waterfalls here are at their peak during the spring, due to snow melting from the mountaintops, in what some call waterfall season. So we visited in mid-April. This is a great spot for selfies. Then we backtracked a bit, so we could drive under the Arch Rock at the Arch Rock entrance, and got a good look at the 617-foot Bridal Veil Falls. And we backtracked again to take in the highly acclaimed tunnel view, with Bridal Veil Falls again to the right, and the 3,000-foot granite monolith El Capitan to the left. Famous for climbing, it loomed over us as we made our way to Yosemite Village, where the parking lot was flooded from the rain. So we pretty much had to park in a huge mud puddle. Next, we pedaled the pavement, breathed in the fresh mountain air, and covered most of the 12 miles of paved bike paths they offer here. With the 4,800-foot Half Dome rising above us in one direction, and the 2,425-foot Yosemite Falls crashing before us in the other. Along the way, Josh found an oversized Lincoln log. I was able to stretch out in the trunk of a tree, and we all stopped for a picnic. Those smiles are real, I promise. Afterward, we explored the visitor center, and it was a relief to see this map, or so my husband said. But it was alarming to see that tarantulas and bobcats live here. I feel sorry for the birds. Outside, we made a dear friend, again, my husband's words. And last, but far from least, we got a closer look at Yosemite Falls. Made of upper, middle, and lower falls, with 6 drops in all. One of the largest waterfalls in the world. Twice as tall as the Empire State Building. Just be sure to dress for success, because if you want to get close, you will get wet. In short, this natural wonder covers 1,200 square miles, about the size of either Maui or Rhode Island, and there is so much to see here. After the sun rose on Easter Sunday, we had waffles for breakfast. Then our daughter hunted eggs we had hidden nearby, finding them both underfoot and overhead. Later, the kids explored the campground before we rounded them up and moved them out to our next adventure. But that's another story. We hope you enjoyed traveling with us, that you'll take a moment to give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and go ahead and subscribe. You won't want to miss future trips where you can tag along. For those of you who have already been to Yosemite, be sure to let us know about your weekend getaway in the comment section below. And for those of you who haven't been yet, let us know what most interested you about today's video, and see the links to the attraction websites in the description below for more information. Until next time, this is Beth, encouraging you to have an adventure all your own.